Oh my God, dude. This is you before the dude, because you had your motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
You think after your motorcycle accident, you became a different guy? You think?
So when I was younger, I was like a pseudo white supremacist.
Huh?
Yeah, right. Fucking believe that, right? Who would have thought that?
I mean,
I was like the pseudo white supremacist. I'm talking about like, let's just say like 6 to like.
dude, a lot of that. Yeah, we all go through that.
We all go through that as a white man, you know?
No.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was like, I'll tell you why I look like in that photo. So I was like, dude, I mean, it was rough, man. Like, I mean, I got kicked out of high school for hate crimes.
Did you really?
Yeah. I didn't graduate high school. I didn't graduate elementary school. Who would have thought, right?
What's your favorite subject, you think?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know, man.
Just pick one of them.
I didn't go to school, dude.
Well, when you were there.
I was homeschooled, bro.
Really? Who was your teacher?
I didn't have it at fucking Disney Channel, bro. I watched a lot of Buzz Lightyear as a kid.
Bro, if you're fucking watching TV at the house, that's not homeschool. That's fucking...
So
sorry, I'm being kind of rude, man.
Nah, you're making fun. Fuck this guy, dude. You're
Bro,
supposed to be
you're the one who's saying they shouldn't be allowed to even kiss each other.
We get way too off track here, dude.
We've never been in the train, Sean. We never.
So Kamala Harris,
yeah,
you know, she's a vice president. All due respect, you know.
Yeah,
she made a law pass that if kids miss a certain amount of school, the parents get go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So me in like 3rd grade, just ditching school, being a fucking idiot, you know, staying home to watch a porn box. Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm thinking about the porn box shit.
It's all right, dude.
So you out at home, you watching the porn box, you know, the communal one. And then like all of a sudden my mom gets a call, like a letter in the mail saying, hey, if Sean doesn't go to school, you can go to jail. So now she has a choice, homeschool my kid, she had a full-time job, or go to jail.
Damn.
So my little Mowgli ass, I'm like the little wild one, dude. They put my ass homeschooled. I didn't go to school. I didn't read. I don't think I learned how to read until I became an adult, you know?
Really?
And I wasn't socialized, bro. I was like a dog that you have to go let people pet, you know? Like nobody.
And where was this at? Where were you guys living
Inland
at?
Empire. So, you know, now I'm like in 7th grade and my mom's like, we should probably put this kid back to school, right? Like, fucking worst thing she could have did. So
and did you ever, so you had some education at that point.
I mean, but it's hard. I've never, like, they tried to hold me back in kindergarten. Like, yeah. I mean, I was like 0, dude. Like, thank God for computers, man. So anyways, I go to 7th grade and I get kicked out of school for like a hate crime. So what they do is
Did you really do it or not?
I mean, I probably just called somebody or dropped the N-bomb. Like, it was probably, you know, it was like, but it's also a different time, bro. It's different fucking time. Like, racism was way more common back in like, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So anyways, I get put in this thing where they isolate you. They put you in a group that they let you in school like 2 hours later and they let you out like 2 hours earlier.
Yeah.
So they try to keep you from the kids. So I started ditching again. I got homeschooled again in middle school. I went back into high school. 9th grade, I got kicked out of school for a hate crime. I think I don't know, I beat up or something. I mean, yeah. I beat up a guy and made. I don't hate fucking gays.
Yeah, no, I don't hate anybody. I don't think I don't know. There's a couple of people that I really don't fucking like. Boy,
but like, I had a lot of like, dude, I had a lot of fucking trauma.
You had a lot of anger though.
Yeah, I had a lot of trauma growing up. You know, I had this piece of shit grandfather. He was super racist, big white man. You know,
did he like you at all? You think though?
No, he did. You know, he did. But like, you're a kid with a piece of shit father, and like, you just gravitate towards anything masculine. And like, there's a big old white racist redneck, and I'm angry. So next thing I know, dude, I'm like,
right, you're just saying racist shit you heard at the house.
Yeah, exactly. So I get kicked out, and then I start training like ninth grade. I start training, and then dude, like, I realized I wasn't a racist. I was just angry. I mean, I'll never forget. I always tell people the first day I trained, I got the shit kicked out of me, covered in blood, bro. Like, first moment in my life I ever felt happiness. First moment in my fucking life I ever felt happiness. Getting shit kicked out of me. Just, I mean, why I got so mad at Dricus. Like, I went through like pretty severe trauma as a kid. Like, pretty fucked up trauma. Yeah. Where like I could sit there and joke about it, but I mean, dude, I remember I've told the story once, dude. Like, I was in probably 3rd, 4th grade. And fuck, man, I used to always sleep in my mom's room because I thought my dad was gonna kill my mom. So like, I would like sleep by the door. I'd sleep
to make sure she was all right.
Yeah, I'd sleep under the bed. You know, I'd sleep by the door because I thought my dad was gonna kill my mom. So like, one day, dude, it was so fucked up. Like, it was just got a bad fight, like 3rd, 4th grade, and my dad's like, fuck that. He's not sleeping here tonight. He's not, like, kick him out. And so I like army crawl under the bed and I'm sleeping under the bed, right?
Under the bed?
I'm like laying on the bed, like just laying underneath the bed, like as they're fighting. Cause I think my dad's gonna kill my mom.
Wow. He was that violent?
Yeah, he's just a coward, you know? So anyways, like, I mean, we had like dogs, you know, or white trash and the house was like flea infested.
Do you have a dog under there with you?
No dog was there with me. But I remember laying under the bed and like fleas were just like jumping all over me, you know? And I'm like, and I think there might have been like a dildo next to me. I shit you not, dude.
Oh, man,
So
that
picture-
sucks.
We had this kind of like orange looking carpet. So picture like me, like 3rd, 4th grade,
Yeah.
laying under a bed, fleas jumping all over me. There's a fucking like dildo next to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a Japanese game
Like
show.
who puts a dildo underneath the bed, bro? It's not sanitary. Put it in your fucking drawer.
Yeah, at least put it in a drawer that
Put it
has
in
a
a
bunch of gum and coins in it.
Yeah. Under the bed with the fleas.
Yeah, dude.
So
Damn,
anyways,
that's
yeah.
scary, dude.
So anyways, my dad gets on top of my mom. She says, like, I remember he said, like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you tonight. Maybe it was just rough sex. We don't know at this moment, right?
And you were under the bed?
I'm under the bed. So he starts strangling her, and I get out, and the only thing I can see is a guitar. I just fucking crack him in the head, call the cops, and then I run down the street, calls the cop, gets arrested. My dumbass mom bailed him out of jail.
Oh.
But it's like, I mean, even that, like, I mean, that was like, I wouldn't even say that's tip of the iceberg. I mean, I remember like being a little kid, so I would always miss school because my dad would get home drunk, start drinking at like 6. He would get home at like 7 and like just be up until like 3 a.m, just like tell my mom, tell my mom she's a whore, he's gonna kill her. Like, and I remember I used to like,
what a loser, huh?
Oh,
it's hard to
shit.
say that about your dad.
No,
but
he
that's
died.
fucking lame.
He's shit, dude. He died of cancer. But anyways,
He's dying of cancer now?
yeah, he died of cancer. Yeah, fucking, you know, hell.
Probably from the hate inside of him building up. I hate to say that. I know
He
it's your father.
was just drugs, dude. Lots of drugs, pain pills. Why I don't do drugs? So I remember like I used to sit there and just kind of like hug my mom's leg in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we had this little nook, and she would like go in the nook, and I would just sit there like all night long, by like the feet of my mom, and my dad like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you and this and that. And I'll never forget, like he would talk about like burn her face with acid. And mind you, I'm in elementary school. I'm in elementary school, right? So like,
so that's a lot of responsibility then you feel probably just to like take care of your mom.
oh yeah. No, he'd always tell her that like, if you cheat on me, and she probably was cheating on him. If you cheat on me, I'm going to like cut you up and put you in a bottle of acid and bury you. So now you fast forward this, like I don't go to school. I'm up till 3 a.m. I know I couldn't stay awake in school. Like, so like, I remember I was like in 2nd grade, and I kept falling asleep at my desk, and my teacher took my desk away from me, and she made me like stand up. And so I'm like, fuck you, being a little kid, I just went and fell asleep on the ground. And mind you, like the school system's like, oh, Sean, like he's just a bad kid. They don't realize I'm up till 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, you know, late. I mean, fuck, dude. I remember
it's hard to stay up late and learn.
Dude, I remember like laying in bed. Like I remember I stopped believing in God, man. Like fucking, like I had fucking, yeah, it's crazy shit, dude. Crazy shit, man.
Yeah. It's okay, man. It's a lot of that sad, dude. I used to be scared at night. Like, I used to stand up. Like I heard when I was a kid that like, if you peed around like animals could pee somewhere that other animals wouldn't come. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Huh?
Yeah, man, I got it.
Have you ever heard that? Yeah, I'm sorry, bud.
So, man.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That's all good, dude.
We don't have to talk, man. I can just sit here with you for a minute.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. 6 seconds.
I can just sit here. We can just sit
Nah,
here.
it's all good, dude. 6 seconds. I just process it. I think it's one of the hard things that people don't understand, but like trauma, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes it just comes out.
Oh, no, dude. Like, I remember I have a hole in my gum. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to scratch my gum, and I have a hole in my gum. You know,
Just from being nervous and stuff?
nah, just anxiety, you know? Yeah, even to this day. Yeah. I mean, the day, dude, like, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't give a fuck. I mean, you could post this. I don't care.
Oh, dude, I don't have any.
No, it's all good, dude. I mean, it is what it is, dude. Like, it is what it is. Like, people understand. Like, when I talk about, like, oh, I'd kill a man, it's like, you don't understand, dude. Like, when you go through that level of trauma, like, you just view the world differently, you know? So it's like, I have a hole in my gum because I'd have so much anxiety as a kid, and I would just scratch my gum until, like, I mean, just blood, you know? And, you know, you're in pre-elementary school. You don't know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking A. I mean, I remember, like suicide, you know? Like, you don't even know what suicide is when you're a kid. When you're really talking about suicide, like being a little kid, like laying in bed, like just, like, man, I'm done with this shit. You know, like, there can't be a God.
No, it makes me sad.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
No, it just makes me sad that a kid has to feel that way, you know?
Yeah, so, like,
Any kid.
whenever Dricus goes on there and, like, he jokes about that shit.
Right.
It's like, dude, you have no idea. Yeah, I mean, and this is like, as a comedian, you got to joke about trauma. Like, people think, like, I joke about all this shit. Like, you know, as we're laughing, like, you got to joke about it. If you don't, like, how do you process that? You know, how do you process that kind of abuse? I mean, I'll never forget my brother, we were, like, upstairs once, and he taped knives to his fucking leg. I mean, we're talking elementary school. He was going to go sit on the couch with my dad and stab him, dude. Like, you know, it's like, that's like that level of shit, you know?
Yeah.
Makes you kind of want to kill a man, but yeah, you fucking, I mean, we've all gone through shit, you know?
Your brother a pretty nice guy?
Yeah, he's all right, you know, he's a close friend.
Yeah.
It's like, it just gives you, like, just shit you can't fucking deal with. But yeah, man, life's good. I make a lot of money now. I'm happy, but, you know.
Did you think, like, because, yeah, dude, I remember being so scared when I was a kid. Like, I was saying, like, I remember hearing that, like, animals, if an animal peed somewhere, another animal wouldn't come. So I would stand up on my bed at night and I would pee around my bed in a circle because I was afraid that things were going to get me.
No shit. Who were you afraid? Like, any particular? Just
everything. I mean, I was just afraid of everything.
Well, I mean, you didn't really grow up with a dad, you know, like, I understand.
Yeah, I just didn't have anybody just teach me about anything. I think I felt worthless, probably. Yeah. But then I think...
Well, not having a dad's rough, dude. Like, I mean, you had a dad, but, like...
Yeah, but I think not having somebody, like, communicate with you or fucking treat you, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I was just really scared.
Yeah.
That's why I think when I see a lot of you guys, like, I think there's a lot of guys out there who... Fuck, I wish I could have been even able to defend myself in my neighborhood or anything. Like,
well, you got to learn it. You got to want to be violent. I mean, there's some guys like, you know, there's some guys like John Jones who's just he's a fucking athlete. You know, he's just like, there's a lot of athletes, and there's guys like me who were like, if it wasn't for fighting, bro, I'd be in jail. Like, it's not like to have, like, you don't understand. Like, I truly have a deep down urge to kill somebody. Like, I can't, it doesn't go away. Like, I just, like, I don't know what it is, man. Like, you know, you just think, like, yeah, it's fucked up, dude. You know, so, like, when I train, it gives me tools to process it. But, like, there's definitely something inside me that, like, tells me that, like, the moment I take someone's life, and now, mind you, we could probably agree that it's because you have so much trauma and you're victimized that, like, that's your way of, like, protecting you and saying that if you go and kill somebody, like, you'll be happy. And I would. If you could let me kill a man, like, happy as I can't, but
right. Some places,
right? But you know, you're
pull up in Memphis.
But, yeah.
You can do what you want.
But see, I don't know. Like, a lot of times, I don't know what it's like to talk to normal people.
Yeah,
I have some people who know exactly what it's like, who've been molested, who've been abused. You know, and it's like, I have some people who know, you know, been beat up. These people know what it's like, but to go talk to the average person, like, Man, you just don't know. It's like some people do, but you don't know what it's like to be able to like the only thing like that would make me happy is the fucking literally cave in your fucking skull. And like the only thing that would I truly want is the fucking like
make somebody hurt.
Fucking hurt, yes. You know, and then the problem is like it makes me volatile. So I don't really even to this day, like I don't go out much.
You can't trust yourself, probably.
I can't trust myself. Because I want to. It's not like I get angry. And like when I went to attack Drake, I wasn't angry.
Yeah.
Like, when I went to attack, I was
joyful.
Oh, I was more than happy.
It almost seemed like a Christmas attack. You know, like hey.
That's the only thing that made me happy. I'm like, I remember sitting there like, as like, I mean, because once he started tackling me, and I started dropping like these 12 o'clock elbows.
You will get a sentimental feeling. Yeah.
Bro, and that was so fucked up too. And I'm so happy they didn't get it from a right angle. I bit him. I shit you not. So whenever he went into me, and I remember like at that moment, like you'll watch.
He's handsome.
Yeah, no, he's a good looking dude. So at this moment, he tackles me, watching, you'll see right there. I start thinking, you see my head goes up towards him. I start thinking like, how could I hurt this man? I'm going to take a fucking chunk at it. I'm going to bite his fucking ear off.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Here's the day." And then I remember like telling myself at that moment, like, Sean, you can't do that. That's something you can't walk away from.
Right.
Like if you do that,
right, you're going over another line.
If I go over that, then I'm going to jail. Then I'm going to jail.
Cannibal.
Then I'm a fucking cannibal.
Yeah, you don't want to be that. Like, look, Sean, we'll accept certain things here.
But
okay,
you know, so like whenever you like,
it's scary because you don't know. Like that line must be so.
I just don't leave. I don't leave my house, dude.
It's too risky.
It's too risky. And most people I meet are fucking great. Most people I meet are great. They ask for a picture. But like, it only takes one guy to be like, "Hey, you know what? Fuck you, you piece of shit."
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm caving his head on the skull. Yeah. On the ground.
Damn, it reminds me of like when people, like my sister, they have like pit bulls and you see people.
100%. That was us. Yeah.
I hate to say that.
No,
it's not fair.
This is what it is, dude. It's like a dog, bro. It's like.
Well, it's an animal. I wouldn't say a dog.
Problem is, it feels good. It's not like, it's like, I don't know. Everyone's like, "Oh, you get blacked out angry." Like, I'm not angry. Like, I'm almost like this in euphoricness. Like, it's a bliss. It's like, it's peaceful, you know? Yeah, man. But I'm better, dude. Like, you know, MMA helps. Like, I always tell guys, like, I used to think guys with PTSD were the biggest pussies. You know, like, I'm like, PTSD, like, what, you can't leave your house?
Yeah.
You can't have relationships?
You have guys claiming PTSD from like getting because there's new speed bumps in their neighborhood.
But, you know, what I would say to that, though, it's like, and I have so much more sympathy for like guys who suffer from that because you got to understand, I was born in it. Like I was born in the life. I was born, like, I mean, I remember I stopped believing in God when I was in elementary school. I was laying in bed crying, thinking about killing myself.
Yeah.
Like, there can't be a fucking God here. How's there a God? Like, why would I be in this situation if there's a God? Ain't no fucking God.
It's heartbreaking to think that a child would have to have those thoughts and
feelings. Oh, I mean, yeah, my earliest memories, dude. Like, I don't have, like, when I think back and, like, when I think of a kid, I cannot recall one good memory. Not one fucking good memory as a kid. Yeah. So you cannot pay me to relive my life. Yeah. You cannot fucking pay me. Now it's fine.
Yeah.
But when I used to, like, with PTSD, I used to, like, look at, like, soldiers coming home like, "You guys are pussies."
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And then you realize, like, I grew up in the life. I grew up in it. I learned how to cope and how to deal. I learned that don't go out in public. Hide away from people. Like, don't go do these things. But I couldn't picture being like I couldn't picture being 24 years old and being a normal guy. Like, I like life. I like chicks. I like going to party. I like drinking. Yeah. And all of a sudden, like, the curtain drops. Training, I always tell people, like,
that saved your life.
Oh, not in my life. And this is what people like. I wouldn't be a mass.
Probably saved the life of about 20 just random strangers on the street too.
I mean, I used to walk. I remember a kid, dude. I used to walk in bad neighborhoods with a knife, just waiting. Like, people always like, I wouldn't be a serial killer. Like, I'm not a high functioning psychopath. Like, that's not what I. You got to be
so organized, I think, to do that.
So what would have happened is, I would have been another statistic. I would have been walking down the street. I would have killed him. I would have been in jail, and I would probably been a white supremacist, and that's my life. You know, I'll never forget. I got arrested when I was younger. Obviously, who the fucking thought, right?
Yeah, I knew it.
Two GBI, two felony GBIs, and I was driving back from court, and I was on a motorcycle, and this guy, I want to hurt somebody. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I'm looking at fucking hard prison time. I'm just angry. he's on a motorcycle, and I guess I cut him off. Like I manipulated the situation. I manipulated the situation because I wanted to fucking hurt somebody. And he pulls over, and I get off my bike, and I'm literally like in this moment, like I'm gonna fucking kill this man. And then the moment I get off my bike, he pulls out a badge, and like he's a cop. And I'm like, oh shit. And I remember the guy was genuinely concerned, like, hey man, like, are you okay? Like, the fuck's wrong with you? You know, because he knew. Yeah, that's crazy. There was a point in my life too where like I didn't.
I must have been grateful then that he did that almost in a way.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he didn't, like, who knows what would happen. I remember there was one point in my life too where like I was just going through it. I was in the UFC too at the time, and I was just like, I lived in Temecula, and there was like a big like motorcycle gang population, like I don't know, Vagos or some shit. And I remember like I just was like, dude, I'd lay in bed and like I was hurting, dude. Like, not like I don't know if it's depressed, but it's like.
Well, your body's not supposed to, as a kid, you're not supposed to have that much pain inside of it.
So no, this is like my 20s now. I remember 20s, and like, I just like, it gets, you build up so much. We're like, I have to do something. Like I need to hurt somebody to make this go away. And I'll never forget, it didn't happen, but there was like, I was riding and there's a Vago. And I'm like, this is the one. This is
and what's a Vago? It's
like a gangbanger, like a more.
Oh yeah.
Like I was like,
this is like a car wash.
I was like, this is this is my victimist. Like this is my crime that like, if I can get away with it, he's a gangbanger.
Wow.
He'll accept it. Like I could kill this man somewhere if there's not a camera. And there's a chance that we don't get away. And I remember like, I'll never forget, I went in front of him in that day and I like fucking boom, cut him off and flipped him off. I said, fuck you. And then I was like waiting for him to like follow me somewhere. And I even had it planned out. I was like, I'm going to UFC. I was going to take him to this.
You were already in the UFC?
Yeah, it's in Temecula. I was going to take him to like a dirt road and just fucking kill him, beat him to death.
You've been like Aaron Hernandez.
And just beat him to death. And then, you know, it's exciting. It's scary at the same time. You're thinking about doing it. And then he just like, I guess he just didn't want it. He just drove away, flipped me off, drove away. But all it took was
all it would have taken was one other little
him to
thing.
be like, all right, fuck you. I'm going to follow you.
Fuck,
Next thing you know, dude, I'm going to be in prison, handcuffed.
Right.
Because, you know, you're so angry, you don't think about consequences. You just think about, like, I'm hurting so much. Like, there's so much pressure in me. Like, I got to get this go. I got to make it go away.
Yeah.
And one of the hardest things for me, it's like, I was brought up in a world that doesn't exist. So, like, I was brought up in this, like, primitive, primal, fucked up world where, like, my brain was telling me that you are in a very bad place and the world's bad. Right. So my brain evolved to be violent. It evolved to be violent, hypersexual, aggressive. And then as a man now, I'm in 2023. How do I function?
Yeah.
Like I got to go through the world as in like, this is not what my brain was evolved for.
Wow.
So I was that's what training helps.
You're almost
me.
like a time traveler, it must feel like in a way.
Well, cause I involved cause my brain evolved in a very primitive way. Like it evolved in like, like you got to kill this man. You got to fuck that girl. Like there was a communal porn box. Like
it's not fair.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
But it is what it is. Right.
What it is,
right. So you can't always keep looking back at it.
You just move on. And right now I'm happy, bro. I mean, you're happy. Your life's good. You went through some shit. We've all been through some shit. Like if you look at the statistics of child abuse, we've all been through some shit. Some people more than others.
Yeah.
Fuck, my life was fucking Disneyland to some people. As I get older, I just stay away from people.
Do you think it's gotten better or worse over time?
It's definitely better. Like my mental state of mind, like dude, having a girlfriend helps.
Yeah.
Whenever she's gone, like, and mind you, I could go fuck anybody I want to fuck. I don't.
Yeah.
But like whenever she's gone, dude, like I would just be in my house and I start looking at all the things I own. Like I have a couch, a fucking TV. Like why do I have this shit? I don't want this shit. And you start just getting like crazy. You know, I don't do well alone.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of those things too, where like a lot of people with trauma, you self-isolate yourself because it feels good.
Right.
You want to be alone. Like,
and you want to keep yourself away from people. A lot of times, like if I'm angry or whatever's going on with me, the last thing I want to do sometimes is put it around anybody else.
Yeah, like exactly. You want to be most like all these mass shooters, all these killers. Like you want to be alone. Like you want to be quiet. People make you feel outcasted. They don't make you feel right. And so what you do is you listen to those thoughts and you stay alone. And then you just, and the moment you go out, say, I'll be alone. So now
that part.
I'm in and out and I'm looking at all these fucking people and I'm just like, anger is just building inside me and I'm getting fucking angrier.
Ugh.
So my girls helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Function, yeah, she's helped me a lot, dude.
Do you have like some fun memories from when you were a kid? Like, was there something fun that you guys used to go do? Like, did y'all go trick or treating or something like
My
that?
brother, I mean, my brother was like my dad.
Was he really?
Like, but my brother was fucking brutal to me. Like, you know, my brother's 3 years older than me, and he was like my dad. You're having him raise me as a kid.
And all he knows is stuff shit he's seen or learned.
Oh yeah. So my mom, he'd fuck me up, beat the shit out of me. Like, I remember I'd get every day my mom would come back from work, I'd be fucked up with bruises.
I bet he feels horrible about it.
I mean, it's kind of hard, dude, because it's like you're a kid raising a kid.
Right.
You know?
Right. It's almost not even fair for him to feel horrible about it.
Yeah, you know? So it's like, I mean, I remember we had a fucking prison whip, bro. My dad had a prison whip, and my brother would be like, fucking, if you don't clean the house, I'm going to whack you with this thing. You been hit with a fucking prison whip, dude? It fucking takes skin off the bone. I mean, it takes fucking skin off, but
I wouldn't like it.
it's not good, dude. It's a big metal plastic whip. So you take my dad, then you take my brother, just, you know, like, just adds up, dude.
And it's scary to think, man, there's so many people go through so much shit
it's
like
plastic,
that.
bro. The prison whip is plastic.
It's
a hard plastic rod, bro.
Prison.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but
There
like
we
that's
go.
new age.
That's some prison shit.
That's a new age shit. But yeah, man, that's been a good podcast, Theo. Good shit, dude. The difficult thing with me, it's like with fighting, like I was able to get pussy. I was able to like be with women and have that, but most
big women too, I bet.
big women, you know, big women. But guys, the problem is like a lot of guys like me, that's not necessarily the case. They don't train, they don't fight, and they just self-isolate. You just gotta like, yeah, man, it's hard. Just what I would tell anybody is just don't self-isolate. Even though it feels good and you want to fucking, you know, feels good, and like I just don't do it. Yeah,
I'll do it. Yeah, because I'll like go against. That's why I go to like recovery meetings and stuff, because it makes me go to a meeting. I have to be in a room where people like one thing I like about recovery meetings is like you're able to share how you feel in there about shit, and nobody can crosstalk. So
you go to recovery meetings?
Yeah.
Does it help?
Oh, it helps a lot. Yeah, it helps a lot, bro. It's a lot of people talking about all this kind of shit.
Well, addiction's real. Like, yeah, addiction. I mean, like, fuck, man. I mean, we all got addictions. You know, mine a lot was women. You know, prior to my girl, like I had a bad like sex addiction. Not sex addiction, but it's like just like all guys. Like, you know, you're a single guy. The only thing that makes you feel good is chasing a woman.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh, when I was young, dude, like once I learned about jerking off and everything.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. All downhill. All bad. All bad.
If I had a thought, an idea, anything, I would just jerk off.
You know what's funny? I actually get a lot.
If I had a good idea, I'd go jerk off.
Like, no, it's funny. I'll watch porn, and the moment I come, dude, I get kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of weird. Like, so my dad, right? My dad, hypersexual, dildos, communal porn box. That like, I feel a lot of shame from sex.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like I'll watch porn, like, oh, jerk. I don't really watch porn much anymore.
The second I jerk off, I feel so ashamed of myself.
I feel so ashamed.
Oh.
But I grew up, but my dad.
I'll yell at my dick. I'll call it.
Mad. You're just mad. You went for that. You went for that temporary fiction. Yeah. Just mad,
yeah. But you know what? It's the only way I knew to make myself feel good was that was the only good feeling I had in my fucking whole life was just like this. I was like,
it's a chemical, dude. Yeah. You're chasing it. But you know, like, I mean, dude, I'm like, I'll get on a motorcycle. And I mean, last night going to the event, dude, my manager is with me and I'm driving like 120 through red lights.
On the back?
Nah, he has another bike, but he didn't keep up, right? And I even told him, I was like, dude, don't keep up with me. Like, just stay at home. Like, I'll meet you at the event. We're going to the same place. I'm going like 120 through red lights. And it's just like that. Even though, like, yeah, you can't, but it just feels good. It makes you feel good. That like temporary high of feeling good, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It feels good.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, I guess we could wrap this motherfucker up. It's getting late.
Yeah, it is getting late, but
I would just tell you guys that train, you know, don't isolate. Fucking man. Good luck. I wish you guys the best of luck. Well, pussy will cure a lot of issues. But you know what annoys me? Like, you'll be in a locker room change with the boys, right? And you'll get some people, like, they don't want to look at the dick. They're offended by your dick. And this man's wearing a singlet and his dick is like, I mean, it was like here. And then he's like, hey, Sean, let me show you something. Unless you're an MMA coach, man. A lot of coaches start fucking their students. But I always say, if I had life in prison and I was going to fuck a dude, I'd rather be a Chinaman. That didn't fuck me. That didn't ever fucking happen, you guys. You know? He's doing it because there's some dirty liberal feminist woman he's trying to fuck. Okay, what's one good thing a woman ever added to society? Colby's you wouldn't like Colby.
Really?
He's a weak man.